If you're not stuffed already with pumpkin and squash, today Kevin is making us a stuffed acorn squash dish, and yes, that was an intended pun. So the filling is a creamy potato, dill and tofu preparation, which actually brings out the rich, sweet, nutty flavor of the acorn squash. So start by cutting the squash in half along the length. Then scoop out the seeds and set the squash aside. By the way, don't throw the seeds away. You can roast them for a delicious, easy and healthy snack. So continue to prepare the other ingredients. Peel the potatoes and chop the dill finely. To cook the potatoes, cut them into smaller pieces and add them to a large saucepan or pot filled with water up to 3/4 of the level of the potatoes. Cover and let cook on medium heat until potatoes are soft. This should take about 15 minutes. Occasionally check on the potatoes and add water if it has dried up. While the potatoes are cooking, you can prepare the tofu. In a skillet, heat the oil on medium-high temperature. Place the whole 200 grams block of tofu in the skillet and let it brown on one side. Then turn and let the other sides brown until the 4 longer sides of the tofu is golden brown and lightly crispy. This method of searing the tofu allows it to remain in chunkier, crispy pieces that will not crumble into fine, grainier bits when scrambling the tofu. After breaking it into small, chunky pieces, add in the soy sauce, ground black pepper, and a little salt. Next, add the sweet corn, peas, and the cumin. Stir and cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Add a teaspoon of lemon juice, stir and mix, then remove from the heat and set aside. Now you can start preheating the oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Once potatoes are soft, reduce the water to about 1/4 of the level of potatoes in the pan. Then mash the potatoes in the pan itself with a potato masher or wooden spoon. Optionally, you can add a tablespoon of vegan butter or margarine. Add salt to taste, half teaspoon of smoked paprika, and ground black pepper to taste. Next, add in the dill. You may use other herbs like thyme or parsley, but the combination of the dill with the tofu cooked in the way that Kevin did gave the final dish a somewhat faint seafood fragrance that is actually even better than seafood. So add in the tofu mixture along with 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Then add about 3/4 cup of non-dairy milk of your choice. Add more milk if required to obtain a smooth, creamy mixture that is neither too stodgy nor too runny. Next, brush a baking pan with a little oil, then place in the 2 halves of the squash. Brush the inside of the squash with a little oil, then fill with the creamy potato mixture. Fill them to your heart's content. Garnish with some breadcrumbs if you like. For this recipe, we made our own breadcrumbs by crushing some savory crackers. Place the squash in the oven and bake for about 45 minutes to 1 hour or until they are soft when you insert a fork into the flesh. Then remove them from the oven and allow to cool lightly before cutting and serving them. By the way, in case you were wondering why we missed posting a recipe last Sunday, well, I attended the annual Food Bloggers of Canada conference last weekend in Montreal and was taken up by the event. But we have a lot more recipes coming up soon, so I'll see you all very soon.